God damn it. Hang on. Yeah, give me 1 second, guys. Sorry. I got to get a thumbnail on this live. Content live impromptu. Should be moving slow. Okay. Now, it's time to roll the dubage. No, I don't know Jim Davis. What the fuck is stuck in my grinder? All kinds of wicked McNastiness is stuck up in my grinder. Can't have it. Can't have it. Swear to God. It's like fucking. Looks like you need a new fucking grinder every couple of months these days. Infused pre-rolls are the bomb. I dig pre-rolls. I mean, but I also like doing my own. You know what I mean? And so today we're going to be putting in the old grinder. Whatever the fuck this is. Pineapple donut. Pineapple donut. Sherry, hello. I need a sponsor to send me free grinders. I already have somebody sending me free cones, so I don't, you know what I mean? I'm appreciative of everything that I get, so. Love your show. Thank you very much. You use a dry herb vape. I actually had a couple of people have sent me grinders over the years. A couple of people have sent me a couple of automatic grinders over the years. Battery powered shit. Does what? Does the dubage help? Thank you for the thank you sign. Does the dubage help with chronic pain? It can. Do you brush at night? What the fuck does that mean? Raspberry runs the face off. What other accents you got? Huh? Hello from KC. How you doing? Coffee grinder works great. What country am I in? I'm in the United States. Thank you for the whatever the fuck that is. Hot chocolate, coffee, something, whatever the fuck. Let's go ahead and grind all of this up, and then we'll be down to nothing. And then I'll be forced to go get more herb. Oh, the woes of life. What, thank you very much for that. I appreciate that. What is that? It's a #1 goat sign. Hello from Switzerland. What's 32 plus 35? It's on my homework. God damn it, use a calculator. It's 67. Right? Yeah. Bought your book. Will receive the 27th of November. Weed is the only thing that helps my PTSD. Howdy from Wyoming. Hello from Canada. Don't you love the ones that come into the comment section and say, I just farted? Well, Jesus, thank you for the, whatever that was. Okay, let's see what we can get out of this. Wow, that ground up dry as fuck. Okay, I'm going to be reading and rolling for a bit, so, well, packing. I don't roll anymore, I guess. You can hear the dryness? Yeah, it came out like fucking... Nova Scotia, let's chat about our relationship with you. Oh, I don't think you'll want to chat with me. I think the shit that we've been doing to foreign countries is vile, is disgusting. And I got no problem if these foreign countries decide to go elsewhere instead of doing business with us right now. Do a Boston accent? I don't know if I can do a Boston accent. Weed got you off your oxy and morphine. I need some good Michigan smoke. Blessings to all. Hi, Tom. Love your wife's drinking story. Good afternoon from Dallas. I saw a guy yesterday in a parking lot shout to someone, hey, get me some weed, and thought of you. Well, appreciate that. You're from Toklahoma? Right on. Somebody says. What the fuck is that? Oh, that's pumpkin pie with whipped cream. Okay, that's creepy as fuck. Pumpkin pie is like staring at me. It's got a smile on its face. I have the 6-shooter. Yeah, I got almost. If Raw made it at some point in time, I got it, man. Okay, hang on one second here, boys and girls. We're almost done with number 1. Thank you very much, Independent, for the $2 donation, the first donation of the day. Okay, let's see what we got here, boys and girls. What did I say this was called again? Pineapple donut. Hang on. Don't ask me any questions because I'm not paying attention right now. Hang on. Oh, God damn. All right, let's do a second, shall we? Well, thank you for the pumpkin over my head. Stuck in Alabama, no legal access to weed. Yeah, that does kind of suck, doesn't it? That does kind of suck. But I mean, there's still illegal access to weed. I mean, I live in a legal state, but I still get my weed from most of my weed from my guy's garage. Wish I could donate. Disabled veteran barely holding on by the skin of my teeth. Behind on everything. Just spent the month with no electricity. I'm very sorry to hear that. And you don't ever worry about donating to anybody. You donated to people with your service. I am a professional pothead and I live in Rockford, Illinois, home of Cheap Trick. Mama's all right. Daddy's all right. They just seem a little weird. Surrender. Surrender. Independent is having a blast, you said? Yeah, this shit is dry as fuck. When Tom dies, he'll turn into an apple tree like in the gnome cartoon. Okay. It's not bad. It's just dry. Now I want to smoke, somebody says. What's up, Las Vegas? Hi, grandfather. I have 2 grandchildren and 1 on the way. I don't think any of them are you. Smoke one for me. I can't right now, somebody says. Love the Ozzy shirt. Thank you very much. What are you smoking on? A doob. Doobie doobie doo. This shit is dry. Doobie doobie doo. We'll smoke it anyway. Have you seen the Canadian version of the Ice Agent video? No, I have not. Watch most of your videos. Salute. Hey, you're from Michoacan, right on. That's where most of the people that I worked with in the landscape industry hailed from. Michoacan, Mexico. How do you think the right is going to spin the files getting released? Oh, I think that they're working right now to get his names out of it. And anything that you do see in it, they're just going to say that the Biden administration had their hands on it for 4 years and manipulated all of the data. And none of it can be trusted. My unmatched coupled with sheer makes me a feared opponent in the realm of human endeavor. Okay. That would be doobie number 2. Now, you go back and hit off a 1. And pack up number 3. Love the shirt, R.I.P. Ozzy. What's your stance on Israel? Love the people of Israel, hate the government of Israel. There are other copies of the files. There are multiple copies across multiple agencies and multiple countries. You're late on this one? Smoke up, Johnny. Good afternoon. First live with you. Is there any state that you'd be glad to never visit again? Probably not. Every state has its qualities. Um, I can't see myself living in a red state at this point in time, but visiting, yeah. And see, I can never say that I'll never go back to Texas, and I can never say that I'll never go back to Florida. Florida is where a majority of my cruises originate from, so I have to use Florida to go back to, and we have family and friends in Texas, and they have cruises. So yeah, and both Florida and Texas are beautiful states. There are some crazy fucking people, and their politics fucking blow rhino, but outside of that, I mean, North Carolina's gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Do you think Montana will go blue soon? No. What's your favorite band? AC/DC. Least favorite band? Probably Nirvana. Cincinnati, Ohio. Why don't you fucking people know how to do chili? Why? Why? Is it like something in the Cincinnati blood where you go? Are you guys like born with an innate desire to fuck up chili? Just saying. Why Nirvana? Because Nirvana sucks. Their fucking music sucks. What they did to hair metal sucks. The way they changed music forever sucks. Fuck Nirvana forever and ever 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 and ever. A fucking man. I have never owned a Nirvana song. I will never own a Nirvana song. Fuck that fucking band. Been to Michigan a bunch of times. See, Foo Fighters I can fuck with. Dave Grohl I can fuck with. I mean, I listen to a little bit of metal, probably not nearly as much as you guys who are, truly into metal. I listen to the surface shit. You know what I mean? Anthrax, Iron Maiden, Metallica, Megadeth. You know, I don't get too deep into the screamo. Yeah, I fucking hate Nirvana. Nirvana in my world has always and will always represent an unholy changing of the guard. I was born in 72. I turned 13 in 85. My formidable years were what? It was hair metal. It was MTV and hair metal. My formidable years were a mixture of Poison, Rats, Cinderella, Tesla, Guns N' Roses, Van Halen, Motley Crue, Ozzy Osbourne, all of that shit, right? Mixed in with a whole bunch of classic rock from the 70s, because you still had Aerosmith and the Stones and all these bands that were still going, right? Doc and all of that shit, right? So that's what was our scene. And that scene was all about having a good time, jamming out, partying, getting drunk, getting laid, the whole shooting match, right? And then along comes Nirvana, and this one video, Smells Like Teen Spirit, hits the airwaves, and it changes the entire music scene overnight. Hair metal dies. Everybody races to the Pacific Northwest to sign up the next grunge band, and everything gets dark and dank, and damn the man, and every song has to have a fucking cause behind it. And it was like we went from having a good fucking time, Sunset Strip, LA, baby, Bazaari, shit like that, to this dark place in music. And for me, it always is going. Nirvana is always going to represent that unholy changing of the guard. Fucking love Dokken, Rat. Kiss was always a gimmick band. They got some good tunes, but I mean, they were a garage band that knew how to put on a show. Yeah, of course, death metal was way darker, but death metal never took over the mainstream of America. Grunge did. I'm antichrist enough to let her have what? Quiet Riot. Quiet Riot was actually the song that really kicked off the hair metal scene with Come On, Feel the Noise. That was the first one to hit the airwaves. That was the first one to kind of bring that genre into the spotlight, and then off it went from there. Geet, take it easy. I love Gen X whining about Kurt Cobain. There's no whining. I was asked about it. I answered it. There it is. AC/DC songs sound all the same. I disagree, but okay. Scorpions, that was another band. Cinderella, that was another band, right there in the wheelhouse of all of that stuff that was going on in the mid to late 80s. Will the Epstein files be heavily redacted? Is a frog's ass watertight? Def Leppard was in there. I was never really a huge Crocus fan, and Def Leppard was an okay band for the time. Alice Cooper, that was another one. White Snake, Warrant, yeah, all of that shit. I saw in in Terre Haute, Indiana, at the Rose Holman Theater. I saw Poison, and Brittany Fox opened up for them. In Alpine Valley, I saw Skid Row open up for Guns N' Roses. In Evansville, Indiana, I saw The Cult open up for Metallica. Dio, yeah, he was still around, still is around. Tell me you don't like REO Speedwagon. They got a couple of decent songs, but I mean, nothing that I'm not like we need to listen to some REO, man. Do you see Indiana ever turning blue? Doubtful. Doubtful. You saw Bon Jovi open for Rat. I got tickets for my wife, my daughter, and our nephew to see Bon Jovi in Madison Square Garden next year. He's doing a few shows there. He smoked with Coverdale and Destin. Judas Priest, I like some of their stuff, but not huge into Judas Priest. Yeah, I think we're gonna survive the orange cancer. The Bay City Rollers. Loverboy, Rat, Poison, Green Day. That was an interesting band. Still is, I guess. New listing just added in Shorewood. Okay. The Police, Fleetwood. Are you talking about? Was that your first show? My first concert ever was in a theater that no longer exists, called Poplar Creek. It was in the northwest suburbs. It was an outdoor theater. It was one of those venues with a hill and lawn and shit like that. And the first show ever was the Beach Boys, and their opening act was Bryan Adams. The Beach Boys were making a big comeback with Kokomo, and Bryan Adams was all over the radio with, I don't know what it was at that time. I don't know if it was Summer of '69 or Cuts Like a Knife or something, but it was before like the Robin Hood shit really took off for him. So yeah, Bryan Adams opening up for the Beach Boys. That was my first concert. Love your content. Thank you very much. Keep it alive, Gen X crowd work. Palace Pine Knob. Marky Mark and the fucking Funky Bunch. Your dog Rob McDonald's just an hour ago. What? No blunt today, Tom? I never have a blunt, but I have joints. I got a couple of joints we've been working on over here. Malort or turpentine? Isn't that the same thing? Norm Macdonald can have some funny moments. Certainly, he's got a very he's got a very unique sense of humor. When he was on the Conan show with Courtney Thorne, whatever her name is, they were talking about the movie she did with Carrot Top. Oh, he was relentless. How many hours a day does it take to grow a channel? Interesting question. I don't know. I'm not trying to be evasive when I say that. I grew my channel accidentally. Like I didn't start out like I'm gonna go grow a social media channel. I retired and I started doing content and it grew and I don't know. I first grew an audience on TikTok and then transferred some of that over here and utilized what I learned doing TikTok content to do YouTube content. Um, but I don't know. I know it takes consistency though. Whatever it is you're going to do, whatever kind of content you're going to make, no matter if it's political, if it's parenting videos or gardening videos or cat videos or travel videos or mechanic videos, whatever it is you decide to do, couple of things. One, consistency is the key. If you say in your mind, I'm going to set out, I'm going to do one video a week, and you do one video a week for so many weeks, and you get kind of tired because the growth is slow, but the people who follow you expect it once a week. And they will help you grow to an extent as long as you give them that once a week. If you go once a week for 12 weeks and then take 4 weeks off, it becomes too erratic for them. And that's whatever it is. If it's once a day, if it's once a week, if it's 3 times a week, if it's 5 times a day, it doesn't matter what it is. You got to do what you set out to do, and they will be there. So whatever, you can go up from there, you just don't ever want to go back down from there. And number two, holy shit, will they spot fake people? Don't. I always talk about all the shit I did wrong in the past because there's no point in trying to hide it. You're not going to be able to hide who you are. So just be who you are. Don't try to be something that you're not. If you try to be something that you're not, eventually that will bite you right in the ass. So if you're going to make content, no matter what the content is, you just got to be who you are. If you try to create a persona, if you try to create a character, so to speak, and you can do bits in your videos, right? But if you try to create somebody that's not you, they will come through. Pink Floyd, yes, love Pink Floyd. I got Pink Floyd on the music. You guys see this music wall, but I have a music wall in front of me as well. This music wall behind me, it consists. I have pictures of Ozzy and Randy, the Black Crowes, John Mellencamp, AC/DC, Cliff Burton, ZZ Top, Eddie Van Halen, the Eagles, the Grateful Dead, Bob Marley, and the Beatles, and a carving of Bob Marley. On the wall in front of me, I have Dave Matthews, Stevie Nicks, a Woodstock poster, Jimi Hendrix, Jerry Garcia again, a Naked Ray Gun skateboard deck, Beastie Boys and Run DMC, the Blues Brothers, George Clinton, Stevie Ray Vaughan, Rush, Cheap Trick, Pink Floyd, Iron Maiden, and Melissa Etheridge. Does posting daily help you grow faster? Okay, that's the thing. You got to stop thinking fast. You got to start thinking consistent. If you're interested in speed growth, you are never going to be satisfied. You got to let it happen naturally. But yes, posting daily will help you grow your page. The more often you post, the more it will eventually help you grow your page. When I grew my TikTok following to 1.5 million, I was putting on hundreds of thousands at a clip, tens of thousands at a clip, because I was posting a shit ton of content. Back then, I was posting 40 videos a day. Now I found kind of like my groove for YouTube. 420, hello. Know who watches you and upload. Huh? I have 10 years of footage that I have never shared, so I'm going to post 5 videos a day. Footage of what, if you don't mind me asking? Love Stevie Nicks, yes. I love sativa, yes. You know, I'll smoke anything, but prefer sativa. Like the Grateful Dead guitar? Thank you. Eddie Murphy was the comedian of our time. Yes, he was. Music. I have been a musician for over 10 years. Yeah, so if you have years and years and years and years and years, and you don't have to commit a shit ton of time to creating new content, yeah, maybe post 5 videos a day and then go deep into your analytics on YouTube after about a month or two. And what you'll do when you go into the audience section of your analytics, it'll tell you at what hours of what day most of your people are tuning in. And then you could take your videos and you can schedule them every day to hit those hours. So like I make content. Yesterday I made content. So I made 30 full-length videos, which would be 3 minutes or more, and 20 shorts, which would be anything under 3 minutes. And then I took that content and that gets me through 2 days on YouTube. 15 long-form videos and 10 shorts. I release 10 shorts at 9 a.m., and my videos are scheduled to go off at 10:30, 11:30, 12:30, 1:30, 2, 2:33, 3:34, 4:35, 5:30, 6, 6:30, and 7 every day. And I hit consistently every day. And so my audience knows I know I'm going to get content out of them every day at these times. So it's really consistent. And then you take that content, and what I do, so I post a video. Now, I post so many videos, I don't do this with every video, but you post a video, and then you take that, you don't share the video, you share the link to your YouTube video on Facebook, Threads, Bluesky, Twitter, Instagram. If you can't really share links there too well. Substack, link. I share it to LinkedIn. All of it, right? And I share the link to my YouTube video to drive people to my YouTube video, to thus drive growth. Now, thumbnails. You know about thumbnails? Where did they go? The musician. Are you familiar with thumbnails? Bernie was the absolute man. Okay. Kind of a weird, just out of nowhere. You know what I mean? Does it ever get tiring making content? Not from my standpoint, because I made a living digging holes and planting trees and spreading mulch and laying sod. And so I look at it as I'm not outside busting my ass and I'm getting paid money to do this. And I love doing content anyway. Yeah, I mean, fuck. I'm still here. And yes, I'm familiar. Okay, so here. You know what a thumbnail is, obviously. It's that cover. So I have a couple of different covers, right? So like this one right here is my political content. You see it says Political Talk with Tom Powell Jr. And then it's got a title down here. So when people see this, they know it's a political one. When people see this green one, they know it's kind of like a general one. And I have a few different ones. So I make them on Canva. I pay for the professional version of Canva, and then I've got all of these different ones. So there's right down here is my Taco Tuesday one for my Taco Tuesday lives, my general one, my Chicago content one, my parenting one. Down here is my travel content one all the way on the end. And so I create the content, the thumbnails on Canva. My wife actually does that for me. I do the videos. I upload them all to YouTube. Also, here's another note for you to utilize. Jot this website down. It's a website. Repurpose.io. Repurpose.io. Go there. It's a paid site. It's not tons of money. It's a paid site, though. And what it does, if you're going to do a lot of content, what it does is it takes, when you post something to TikTok, you can set up these things called workflows. And so what it does is it automatically takes your video off of TikTok and sends it to wherever the fuck you want to send it to, in this case, YouTube. And because I do so many videos, you utilize repurpose, I hit publish on 50 videos, and I don't then have to upload 50 videos to YouTube. You upload 5, you don't have to then upload them to YouTube. Repurpose will automatically move them over for you if that's worth the money that you would spend for that service. So that's how we create, edit, and upload and share videos to YouTube. We create all of the videos on TikTok. I should say I do. Me and someone else are the only ones that like your post on LinkedIn. Yeah, I don't get a lot of love on LinkedIn. Hendrickson's trucks, it was manufactured from Illinois. I am not familiar. No, sorry. What are we talking about? Somebody was asking me about creating and posting content for YouTube. Someone called Canceling Vlog earlier in this thread offered to sell 5 West African albinos each. What? Jesus Christ. Hopefully my mods caught that. There's 172 of you. We have 116 likes, though. Tap the screen, please. Share the live with as many people as you possibly can, but tap the fuck out of the screen. That'll help boost the live. Would you consider doing a tutorial video on how to take, save, and upload videos using tools you do? Yeah, I could do something like that. I figure out another way to record myself. I can give you the Cliffs Notes version. Everybody, the Cliffs Notes version right now. I create all of my content on TikTok because it's the easiest platform still to this day to create and edit videos, in my opinion. That's why all of my videos are vertical, because TikTok doesn't have a horizontal option. So I create all of my content on TikTok, and then I upload it to TikTok to private, so nobody can see it but me. But I have the setting there so that it saves the video when I upload it to TikTok. It saves it to my phone without the watermark. But because I use repurpose sends it over. Basically, I'm saving a copy to my phone just in case it didn't go to repurpose for whatever reason. Double check, make sure everything's on repurpose, moved over on YouTube, I should say, through repurpose. Delete the ones on my phone. Get into YouTube. There's a tool where you can add descriptions to every new video you've put up at once. I do that. All of my descriptions on all of my videos are the same, and it is where you can find me on every social media site, how you can contact me, my website, my store, links to my books, all of that. When I'm once they're uploaded into YouTube via repurpose, I go in and I put in a title, put in what category I want them to be in, and then Renee takes over and she turns on all of the monetization. Sorry for stumbling over myself there. And makes all of the thumbnails via Canva and uploads them. Once that's done and they're completed videos, they have thumbnails, they have descriptions, the monetization is turned on. I literally sit down with time slots on any given day. So these are the next 2 days of videos. And I sit down and I schedule one and I cross it off. Okay, that time slot scheduled, until I go all the way down and I schedule out 2 days worth of videos. So I create videos for about 8 hours every other day, and every other day I have completely off and free, and that gets me 25 new videos a day, 7 days a week. You don't care, you just do whatever you think is going to make you money. Okay. Yes, making money is definitely part of it. But I've been doing this exact same content for years and years and years prior to ever being able to make money off it. But hey, as long as it pisses you off, then that's one of life's little bonuses, isn't it, Princess? Hey, Tom, I am 51 years old. Is marijuana giving you panic attacks at all? Nope. 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 Thanks for all the info, bro. Yeah, no problem. No problem whatsoever. Some people like to use CapCut to make their video content. Some people have other video content that they use. Also, there's a live version, as you know here with YouTube. You can host one other person, I believe, if you wanted to go live. And lives have been a great way to kind of help grow your audience. And if you're out there and if you're doing a specific type of content and you want to do some type of live event once a week, like I do lives every Tuesday night. Then create a little schedule, go live, play some music, do whatever, interact with the crowd. You can see I got a lot scheduled for my lives. I go on and I talk to folks. Wicked's Alpha talks weather. Broadway star shares the Green Girls weather screen. Okay. I don't know why people are so binged up about how other people make money. You know, the funny thing about it is that when I was retired and my wife was the only one working, um, I wasn't man enough because my wife was working, according to these folks. And how dare I make my wife work while I sit at home and do TikToks? Now my wife doesn't work. I make all of the money. And is that how you make money? You do social media content? What the fuck do you care how I make money? As long as how I make money doesn't hurt anybody, right? But it doesn't matter because some people are going to be binged up no matter what you do. Yeah, you don't see me on Manda Rose's live anymore. I predominantly because I don't go live on TikTok a lot anymore. I've chosen from a business standpoint, going back to making money, that the audience that I'm going to choose to engage with more is going to be the YouTube audience, because the app has been better to me and my family. Can we change the subject? What do you think of Mom Donnie in New York and the Democratic Socialist movement? I don't know a ton of what Mondani's actually going to be able to do on a city level. A lot of what he wants to do sounds like it's more of a gubernatorial level issue. But listen, I have no problem with democratic socialism. A lot of people will tell you that that's sort of the type of capitalism that I engage in, democratic socialist. Um, so far, I haven't had an issue with anything I've really heard out of him. I've never had a TikTok ever. I stay on YouTube and Facebook. Yeah, see, it's a different crowd over here. A lot of people here. I thought people were following me over from TikTok when this channel started to grow. I thought it was people coming over from TikTok because I had 1.5 million followers over there. Turns out it's almost a completely different crowd. Yes, there are some TikTok holdovers that came over, but it's a lot of people that are just like, fuck TikTok, we're YouTubers. And I'm like, right on, let's do our thing here. So I've built not only another following over here, another community over here, but I've built a living over here. So I don't go live on TikTok that often. Every now and again, I'll jump in somebody's live. I don't know that. I don't even know the last time I've gone live myself on TikTok. If I'm going to choose to go live randomly, it's always here now. Is tribalism bad? It can be, and it can be good. Depends on what level of tribalism. Will give me an example of tribalism. We're not all brain rotted here. We watch long videos and shorts on Go. People apparently don't comprehend what socialized programs. Yeah, they really don't. And the fucked up part about it is that there's a better chance that not that if you catch yourself staring at somebody who's screaming about socialism, there's a good chance they're on Social Security or Medicare or Medicaid or some type of socialized program themselves, and they just don't fucking realize what they're screaming about. A tribe is only as good as its leaders. I think a tribe is only as good as its what it's made up of, its people, because its leaders are indicative of its people. You were born in Cancun. I was born in North Lake, Illinois, at Gottlieb Hospital. You have a bullseye on your back because of how you're entering people's chats and putting it on yourself? What do you mean? Never understood the U.S. aversion to socialism, conflating it with communism, schools, roads, hospitals, Social Security, and Medicaid. Something you pay work for, something the government. Okay, you say here it's something that you paid in for. It's not something the government hands you out. You're right and you're wrong, right? It's like so Social Security, for example. You don't pay into an account for yourself, right? And Social Security. You pay into the system that supports the current retirees. The same thing goes with Medicaid and Medicare. You pay into a system in which you are agreeing to support the ones utilizing the system now in exchange for being able to be one of the ones that gets taken care of in the future. You, that's my money. No, it's not. And when you're putting it into Social Security, it's not. Impressed about Ben Johnson, worried about Daniel Jones. Um, yeah, it's. I'm hoping that this Daniel Jones flash in the pan at least lasts this season. And even if it's only one season, just give me one glorious season out of it. You know what I mean? Fuckers. Bill Maher has been. I don't know what the fuck's going on with Bill Maher. Excuse me. Boys and girls, how are we doing here? Thoughts on Eric Clapton? Eric Clapton is really a phenomenon in my opinion because he's a phenomenal guitar player while also being, I think, one of the most overrated guitar players. People sometimes put him in the top 10, even 5 guitar players of all time. I don't know that he is. He's really, really good, but I mean, can you rattle off 10 guitar players that you think are better than Eric Clapton right now? Do you ride bikes? No, I do not. My son will not stroke survive healthcare extremely expensive. You have to make choices that aren't fair. Alex Lifeson, yes. David Gilmour, better guitar player. Prince, better guitar player. I don't know where the best tacos I've ever had is. Stevie Ray Vaughan. Okay, yeah, you've got Eddie Van Halen, Stevie Ray Vaughan, Jimi Hendrix automatically, right? In my opinion, Prince is better than him, and Billy Gibbons is better than him. So there's 5 right there. Okay, you got David Gilmour. You have Eric Lifeson. Mark Knopfler is better than him. Jimmy Page is better than him. Angus Young is better than him. I mean, there's 10 right there. And we haven't gotten to him. Jeff Beck, George Thorogood, Steve Vai, Slash. I think they're all better than him. He's a great guitar player. I'm just saying, you go through the list of guitar players and you're like, fuck, man. There are a lot of guys that you put ahead of Eric Clapton. No, I'm not kidding. Really isolate Angus Young's guitar playing. Really, seriously. Did you just... What's DKK 100? What is that? Good work. Make Denmark here. We support anti-pedos. Thank you very much. I appreciate that, brother. And thank you for the donation. A Danish crone. Can you guys believe that shit? Can you fucking believe he said that? You know what I mean? Fucking A, dude. The president of the United States on Air Force One leans over and tells a female woman reporter, quiet, piggy. How the fuck the entire press pool didn't just turn around and walk away from him right there? Are you fucking quiet, piggy? Wow, man. Wow. Greetings from Southern Oregon. Greetings, Southern Oregon. Yeah, I understand he's been calling Rosie Piggy for years, and he's a disgusting human being, but, I mean, right to her face in the press, quiet Piggy. In protest, they should have all walked away. That would require reporters to have a sack. This is true. When you're rich, they let you do it, right? Tell me about it. Jesus Christ. Glass house for sure. She should have said, fuck you. Yeah, she should have. That's the thing. They all need to get together and do it. I'm not saying Eric Clapton is not a phenomenal guitar player. I'm just saying I don't even think he's top 10. Greetings from the Mackinac Bridge. Do you think Trump will be remembered worse than Nixon? I think he already is remembered worse than Nixon. He's, yes. And Nixon fucked up bad, but Nixon was one of the best presidents we had. Sounds like the press pool is all scared to be thrown out. He's much better songwriter. He's one of shoveling down his McFrankenburgers and fish sandwiches. Right? He was really fucking going into the fish. I like the fish. You need more tartar sauce. Fucking weirdo. Fucking weirdo. Props to lady who asked directly face Prince. Yes, exactly. Props. Of the meat puppets, just no to what? Oh my God, he is the worst. Who? Oh, you talking about Trump here? You think people will actually leave the party or just? Oh, they'll find a new leader. Nixon, yeah, okay. Nixon, once again, Nixon fucked up. He should forever be remembered for some of the racist shit he did, and he should forever be remembered for the cover up of Watergate. He should also be remembered for the phenomenal things he did. I'm telling you, he's up there as far as accomplished presidents go. What's up, Tom from Canada? Oh, Pam Bondi's career is fucking fucked. I don't know. I think Elon is fighting to save his shit right now. Well, he's the first trillionaire. Yeah, well, he still has some really slagging sales. Worst thing that Trump did, in your opinion, January 6th? I don't know how Trump is our president. I think he's a dick too. I got a question. What is wrong with socialism? A little bit of socialism? Nothing. You're still waiting for the obituary? Elon is tainted now. Yeah, he fucked up good. We need a trans president? How about we just need a good president? There is good in all the isms. The United States has been a mixture of capitalism with robust social safety nets. And Republicans have been working on making the robust part more and more diminished with each year. You won't be voting for Michelle Obama because she is not going to be running. Chicago's gorgeous. Absolutely, Chicago's an absolutely beautiful city. Yeah, bring back FDR. Revive the motherfucker. Clear. I don't think it's going to work. Vance 2028. Let's see if Vance survives this round. Where's Mike Pence? I live in Ohio, and even I think Chicago is too fucking cold. I'm going to tell you something about Chicago. I have been all over the country, okay? I've been to 39 states. I have experienced cold in different places on different levels. Chicago's cold that cold hits you right down. It doesn't hit your skin. It hits your fucking it hits your bones. It gets into your body. And it takes a minute to get it the fuck out. Um it's a weird cold. It really is a weird cold. But it's our cold and I love it. I love it. Can I stream myself eating tacos? I don't do that because I don't think that's what people are tuning in for. I don't think people are tuning in on Tuesday nights to watch me shit hammer a plate of tacos. You are in Chicago? I'm in the suburbs of Chicago. I've lived in and around the city of Chicago almost my whole life. Bernie Sanders for president? No, and you need to get that the fuck out your head. That's never going to happen. Do you think the files will take Trump down? I believe that this is what the Republican Party is thinking could be their off ramp here. They could always say to his base, listen, we loved his policies, but when it came out that he was diddling kids, we couldn't help but jettison him from the party. How do you feel about Pritzker? Another billionaire that ran for office to, pad his own pocket, but turned out to be a decent governor in the end, and has done good things for. Listen, he's done bad for Illinois too, but he's done more good for Illinois. And if my choices are J.B. Pritzker and Darren Bailey, that's not even a choice. It's Pritzker all day. I miss Al Franken, John Kasich for president. The files have been cleansed. Yeah, yeah. Whitmer Crockett, you're never going to. Listen, I'm telling you right now, in my lifetime, I don't think, after what I've seen over the course of the last 10 years, I don't think we're going to see a woman president. I don't think this fucking country is ready. All right, guys, I'm going to get off of here because I got shit to do. All right. And my wife is home, so thank you guys very much. We'll talk.